With you all the way live from our Lahore studios. Well, it's 25th of November 2016 today, and time right now is 8:32 on the dial. And as you know, we are together every Friday from 8:30 till 9 p.m. and we do a special show for DGS, that is Digital Globe Services. I hope after this is actually the third show of DGS, Digital Globe Services, and I hope by now you all must have an idea about DGS and you must be knowing about DGS. And we are getting a lot of feedback actually. We are getting a lot of questions. People looking forward to have some more information regarding DGS, what Digital Globe Services is, and especially the how attractive the salary packages are that we are already we have discussed in previous shows. And today even again we'll be discussing. So many youngsters, many young people, students, professionals, they are interested in knowing how they can be a part of DGS, how they can join DGS. So yes, we will be giving you more information about DGS again in our show today. And for that we have a guest again in our studios. And today we have a wonderful guest from the team of DGS. And I have Madha Khan, who is Supervisor Operations of DGS, and she's with me in studios today. So let's move on to our Madha Khan and let's ask her how's she. Hello, Madha.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum.
And walaikum assalam and welcome to the studio of FM 100.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Good to see you here. And Madha, how is it working with DGS? And good to see you here being a part of DGS. So how does it feel?
Thank you so much. It feels great. I mean, I'm really happy to be a part of your show, firstly. And it's an amazing opportunity for me to be a part of DGS. I've been working with her since past 4.5 years, and it's been a wonderful journey so far.
All right. And you are Supervisor Operations in DGS. So what your job basically is?
I basically deal with the new recruits and the already existing team members of the telecommunication part of DGS. And I help them enhance their, whatever they're lacking on in terms of enhancing their quality and whatnot to make them work in a better way and help them in whatever problems they're facing.
Alright, so we have Madha Khan today, who is Supervisor Operations with us in the studio of FM 100 Lahore. And let me tell you a little bit more about DGS. DGS is Digital Globe Services. It's an online acquisition marketing company, and it has around 700 employees. And let me tell you that this call center is a part of DGS. DGS is has a vast majority of operations. Let me tell you that 9 out of 10 US telcos are clients of DGS. They're partners, distributors. Call center is actually a part of DGS. There are around 500 call center agents who are working in Lahore and Karachi. DGS is a world $60 million company, and basically it's working with US companies, US clients. So how does it feel, to work with US clients, living in Pakistan, working with them? How's it like?
I think it's an amazing experience. The reason being that you get to interact with people, you get to know how their life is. They talk about different things over the phone. You get to conversate with a lot of people and understand where they're coming from. So not only you learn in terms of work, you learn in terms of life as well. And you get a different experience. It's a totally amazing experience.
All right. So, Madha, you told me when you entered in the studio that you are a student yourself.
Yes,
so what
I
you're
am.
actually doing? I'd like to know about that.
I'm basically a formanite, and I'm doing bachelor's from FCC. And I'm planning to graduate with a double major, which is education and mass communication at the same time.
All right. So she's a student of education and mass communication, and being a student and also the supervisor of operations, how does it feel? It's like an empowered lady sitting in front of me, the student, and she's working as well. That's wonderful.
I definitely feel empowered, and it's helping me grow in every way. It's helping me in terms of my education, in terms of my career and everything.
How do you manage things? I mean, you're studying and you're working, and it's a full-time job?
Yes, it is.
So how do you manage, your work and your studies?
My work hours have been flexible so far. So, I mean, my bosses have helped me in every way to manage my studies and my work at the same time.
So cooperation is there in DGS.
Yes,
and
it definitely
is. This is the basic thing that we are needing in an organization when you are, basically being a juggler of different things, right? You're studying, you are working, so you need cooperative bosses.
That's right.
So you have good bosses in DGS.
I definitely do. They have been accommodating me in the best possible way.
All right. So do you work late night hours? Whenever a female from DGS comes in my studio, I always ask this question of working hours, because this is one particular thing about DGS.
I prefer working late hours. The reason being it gets easier for me to
Because in
man.
the morning you're at university, so in the evening you are actually working with DGS.
That's right. So it gets easier for me to manage.
How's it working late at night?
Um,
Everyone is sleeping and you're working.
it's been 4.5 years. Initially, it was a little hard, but obviously, you have to get used to things, and I don't face any problems anymore. And actually, I don't even feel sleep deprived anymore. I have developed a habit of sleeping for only 5 hours, not more than that.
So we have a Wonder Woman today. Sitting in front of me is Madha Khan, a supervisor operations of DGS. And Madha, if I asked you, what is DGS? How would you explain DGS? What DGS does?
As you already said, it's a $60 million worth dollar company, and basically we're an online marketing acquisition company. So we deal with the top-notch 9 telco providers in the United States, and we get the best chunk. So telecommunication is the biggest part of DGS, and that's what we do basically.
All right, telecommunications.
Yeah.
And your subject is mass communication, so we are basically dealing with communication skills. You are enhancing your communication skills. Last show that we did, we received a lot of feedback from students, from professionals, and they all wanted to know how they can be a part of DGS, how they can work with DGS. And the one question that was asked by many people was how they can improve their English language skills, their fluency, their vocabulary, because I think this is the must thing that you need to be a part of DGS. So what would you recommend?
Well, for people who want to actually improve their skills, I would say that they need to start reading books and newspapers and whatnot. And if they become a part of DGS, obviously there is going to be enhancement in their speaking skills because they go through a long training that helps them enhance their skills in many ways. And as long as you're having a conversation with people that is across the board, or even in your house, if you're talking to people in English and communicating in English, I think it helps you a lot in developing your skills.
Especially if you're using social media, talking to your friends and even chatting. I mean, it improves your English language, provided it's not slang.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say.
So slangs are there. All right, so Madha, what is the difference between that Madha who joined 4 years back, DGS, and now Madha who is the supervisor operations? So how would you rate yourself in these 4 years?
I was a teenager. I was 19 when I came to DGS.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was a totally different person. I didn't know how to probably interact with the people who are working or people who are professionals. I really didn't know anything. And in these 4.5 years, I have learned a lot. I've learned, I have not only developed my skills in terms of my career, my personality has developed a lot as well. And I think it's easier for me to even, do work in terms of my college because of what DGS has taught me. I can communicate with people in a better way. I can understand people and, differentiate from where they're coming from.
So there's a lot of difference that DGS has actually brought in your personality.
Yes, I have groomed a lot.
All right. So people who are listening to us right now, let me tell you, this is a show that especially, we bring every Friday at 8:30 till 9 p.m. And this is a show about digital globe services. You're listening to us right now in Lahore, Karachi, and Islamabad. And let me tell you that if you have any queries related to DGS, if you want to ask anything, if you have any questions, if you want to join DGS, so all you have to do is you have to dial the number that is 042 111 DGS. DGS is a number. Just pick up your phone if you are interested in joining DGS. The number is 042. I repeat once again, 111 DGS. DGS. And all the people who are listening to us right now, they can even communicate with us on our messaging service. And the messaging service, the process is very simple. All you have to do is you have to type LHR, give a space, write your name and your message, and you have to send it right away to 3636. I'll be adding your messages in my show as well. So moving back to Madha, who is with us today in the studios. Madha, any problems comes in, and you are stuck badly with, a client. So what you do?
I think my manager has always been there to help me out in every way. So if I have any problem in terms of, dealing with a client, we have a lot of managers there to assist us. And they have been helping us in every way. They take the lead and they help us sort the problem out. There's no way you're actually abandoned in any way. Right. They make sure that, you go through the whole process and you're able to get through.
So now you are a senior working in DGS, I would say supervisor operations, senior post. How you're helping your juniors who have just joined DGS, how you're helping them out?
Well, they basically go through a training process, and once the supervisor is assigned or whatever the criteria is in terms of them coming, under our umbrella, We basically work on them in terms of being able to conversate with the people in a better way, which is, improving their quality. We help them be, make sure that they're dependable and whatnot. And we make sure that they're aware of the product knowledge because we want them to have a proper grasp on things. So I do my best to help them out in every way I can.
All right. What's the difference that you feel, among other students who are studying with you and yourself?
A lot of Formanites are actually a part of DGS. So
That's a good news actually. I mean, a lot of Forman Christian is a very renowned institution of Pakistan, and I have been a part of that. And the good thing is that you are studying in a good institution, and you are somehow supporting your studies as well.
Yes,
in a
I
way, if you want to bear the costs of studying, which is quite high in Pakistan these days. So if you're working as well, and you're supporting your parents, you're supporting your studies, this is the wonderful thing. What you would say about it? Is the trend coming in youngsters or the youth, the students, that they can work part time to support their studies and education?
Actually, that's one of the reasons I joined DGS to support my education. Okay, so I mean, DGS helped me in every way. I have worked as a part timer. I have worked as a full timer as well, and I have earned a lot of good money from here.
How was it convincing your parents that I have to work late night and I'll be working in the night shift? And what did your parents say? Were they totally comfortable with the idea, or you had to make them agree to it?
Quite honestly, it wasn't really easy initially.
Okay.
But then my father used to come and drop me to DGS, and then when he saw the environment, everything, he was
Alright.
pretty impressed. The way the environment is, the way people deal with each other, and everything, and it wasn't really hard to convince them after that. He already got convinced after visiting the place himself.
All right. So all the girls who are listening to us right now, who have got good accents, they are fluent in their English, and they have good vocabulary. They want to do something in life. I mean, they want to start an early career. It's not important to wait rounds earlier is always beneficial. So the best thing is to motivate your parents and take them into that atmosphere where you are working. So once parents are comfortable with the environment of DGS, like we have previously discussed as well, what is the best thing about the environment that you like? What is the most comfortable thing for you being a girl working in DGS?
For me, DJs is more like a family. You actually develop an emotional connection with the type of attitude people have over there. They're really friendly. We end up having dinners together. We celebrate birthdays and whatnot. So you develop an emotional connection with the people, which allows you to treat it as a family rather than you don't want to leave that place. Once you join it, trust me, it's really addictive. You don't want to leave that place.
All right, and I've heard you people actually go through rigorous training process once you join DGS. So how many trainings you have attended? I have heard you attend trainings in Pakistan and abroad as well. So what about you?
I have only attended training in Pakistan so far, but basically we go through 3 training processes initially when we get recruited. And later on, there are different training sessions that keep going on in order to update us for the product knowledge and update us for whatever new things are coming that we need to deal with. So it's an ongoing process that never ends.
All right. So mostly students come up to you for in the recruitment process, or you get to deal with the professionals who are changing their fields or moving into a new field of working in a call center. So what type of people actually come in?
We actually have all the age groups.
Okay.
We have students, we have professionals. There are people who are doctors, engineers, and whatnot who are working in DGS.
Doctors can also work in DGS.
Yes.
This is a surprise. I mean, really, wow.
I think it pays you more than
Being a doctor.
Yeah.
All right. So let's, if we're talking about the pay, so let's talk about the financial things. So
Okay.
how is it working with DGS if we talk about the financial things for people who are listening to us and they want to know about the salary packages and the incentives? So what it is?
Basically, if you get recruited initially now, you will be paid 70,000.
70,000.
That's right. And I don't think any other job is paying that much, even teaching or
No.
yeah.
That's a big no.
Yeah.
So DGS is providing you is like 70,000 people. It's hell of an amount for if you're going to start your business, if you're going to start your job, and you're getting 70,000. It's just a start. And it's a worth $60 million company, so working in a multinational. And sometimes, even the salary packages and finances are not everything. It's actually the environment, it's actually the training, it's actually being part of a multinational. So do you agree with me, Madha, on this?
I do. It's not only about the finances, it's also about the job satisfaction.
All
And I
right.
think DGS does it best to provide you with all the job satisfaction that is needed.
All right. So let me tell you again about DGS's Digital Globe services. And if you have any queries about DGS, if you want to know about DGS, if you want to join DGS, all you have to do is you have to dial their number. 042 is the city code, 111 DGS. DGS is the number that you have to dial. And also you can check their Facebook page as well. They're on Facebook, and you want to get information from there, you can join and you can look at their Facebook page. Other than that, let me tell you that 9 out of 10 US telcos are their clients, their partners, distributors. It's an online acquisition company. And DGS has needs call center executives who are fluent in English, who have a good vocabulary, who have good communication skills. And they have around 500 call center agents who are working in your Lahore and Islamabad, Lahore and Karachi office. All right. So how often is this traveling between Lahore and Karachi? Do you get to know, the offices that are working in Karachi and Lahore?
I haven't traveled to Karachi ever, but the
Alright.
people who are working in the training department, they definitely go for the trips for Karachi to train people over there as well. We have a training team over there as well, but they definitely have a chance to travel and get to see the team working over there.
All right. And there are, let me just clarify another thing, that this call center is just a part of DGS.
Exactly.
So DGS has many other it's a complete organization with fully, developed and furnished departments. So would you like to tell us about other departments of DGS?
We have marketing along with training and QA, QA verifiers and evaluators who basically deal with the people who are working on the floor, like the executives. So we have these options for people to basically grow and develop themselves in terms of their career.
All right. So what is the future of DGS in Pakistan? What do you see?
I have seen DGS has been there since past 8 years, and I think it's going to stay and it's going to grow.
And as we always say, we are growing. And we are growing, and you come and be a part of us, and you grow with us. And if you have, as I always say, if you have what it takes to be a part of DGS, then you shouldn't wait, and you should take this opportunity, because DGS is hiring these days, right?
Yes.
And in newspapers even, I was having the newspaper on the weekend, and there was a big ad of DGS that we are growing and we are hiring. So this is a good opportunity. What would you like to say about the opportunities in life? Opportunity like becoming a part of DGS, earning so well, being a part of multinational, for a student, for a young person, for anyone.
If I share my experience, I wanted to support my education. Along with that, my father was diagnosed with cancer almost 2 years back, and he passed away because of it. I was able to support his medical and whatnot just because of DGS. I was earning so well that not only I was able to take care of my education, but I was able to help my mother in supporting his medical facilities as well. So, I mean, DGS has given me a lot to remember, and I can't never forget that.
I mean, this is a real example how a woman can be that much empowered, how we can give support and strength to a woman in Pakistan. So DJ is actually supporting the economy of Pakistan, is supporting the women of Pakistan, women who are especially working with DGS. So when you joined DGS, how was your interview? How tough it was, and what questions were asked, and what they actually see in you?
Okay, I started working at a very small call center basically because I wanted to support my education. And being a part of DGS was never really easy because they had really high standards as compared to any other company outside. And I always wanted to get in there. And I used to call and whatnot, but because I wasn't 18, I never got a chance to get in.
Okay.
And I got recruited because of a friend of mine who joined DGS, and he referred me. I was really shaky when I had to go for the interview, and I was really scared because I was desperate to be a part of DGS. It wasn't really difficult because they made me feel really comfortable in the interview. And once I joined it, I can't forget the experience.
All right.
Seriously, it was wonderful.
What would be your best tips for having confidence and good communication skills once you are sitting for interview of DGS?
I think you just need to be yourself and have confidence on yourself. As long as you're confident on yourself, I think you can do it.
All right.
Just make sure that you don't get confused because of anything.
All right. How's like a normal day at DGS? You come to the office, and what you start doing? What type of clients you actually have to deal with? Tell us about that.
I don't deal with clients directly anymore because I deal with, obviously, the people taking the phone calls or answering the phone calls. But the start of my day is with a cup of tea because I have to wake myself up.
But I don't think that would be the start of the day because you'll be working late night hours at DGS uh, as you're working in the night shift, right? So how does your night start at DGS? Let's phrase it like that.
Okay, that starts with a lot of questions
Okay.
and people coming over that I need this to be done, I need that to be done. And you have to make sure that their work is done before you leave for home. So that's exactly how my day starts. I have to answer all the people who are actually under my umbrella or my team, I would say. And I have to answer their queries. So I have to deal with them. And I have to make sure they're up to date with all their schedules and whatnot.
All right. So we have some messages for DJs. There are many people who are texting us and they are saying that, tell us DJs numbers and we want to join it. So if, you feel you can join, you can be a part of DGS, you have the confidence, the communication skills, good vocabulary, good accent, fluency. So I am telling you the number, again and again. I'll repeat it again for you, 042 111 DGS. So you should call on this number and you should get connected with DGS. So if they can start the recruitment process with you. So you are working with a team of people. How you ensure that all the members of your team are working in the form of a team actually? Well, how would you trigger this teamwork spirit in all the people who are working under you?
I think you have to boost up their confidence. It's all about the confidence. You have to keep reminding them about their targets. And in the end, they help you achieve it. Everybody is sitting together, the whole team is sitting together, and they keep pushing each other for making sure that they're achieving their targets and their deliverance needs to be there.
All right.
And I think my team has been doing that so far. They
and
have.
How you deal with disappointments if you're unable to meet your goals, if you're unable to meet the targets, and somehow the performance hasn't been that good. So how you actually deal with disappointment within yourself and with your team members as well?
I think it's part of the game. So it happens everywhere. If you're not able to achieve your goals, you have to, back up yourself and you have to tell yourself that it's okay. There's going to be another day you're going to achieve your target. So I just keep on boosting my team up and myself for this.
All right. So if, a lot of people who are listening to us right now, in Lahore, Karachi, and Islamabad, we have been telling you, all of you, the number that is 042 111 DGS. If they call at that number, right? So what happens next? What's the process?
One of our recruitment team executive is going to answer the call, and they're going to go through a telephonic interview.
Okay.
And if they get shortlisted, they will be called for a second interview.
All right. So first is the telephonic interview.
That's right.
All right. So let me tell you, the first step of joining DGS is calling on their number, and you will be having a telephonic conversation with the recruiting specialist, recruiting officer will be there, and then they can further pursue if you can join DGS or not. So how was this experience of telephonic conversation with you when you were joining?
I was interviewed by an HR executive who's not there in DGS anymore. I think he went out, but it was a little shaky for me. I was a little confused, but then I had to. I was told that I actually passed the first interview and I just have to show up for the second interview. Sometimes people go through 3 interviews, so I got selected over the phone, and they thought I have the confidence to take the calls and be there in terms of helping people. I went for the second interview, and that's how I got recruited.
All right. So, we are talking about DGS, Digital Globe Services, and the number is 042 111 DGS. You can join their Facebook page. You can get information from there. You can call them if you want to be a part of their team. And they have around 700 employees in Pakistan. They have around 500 call center agents who are working in Lahore and Karachi. And it's an online marketing acquisition company. 9 out of 10 US telcos are their clients, their partners, and their distributors. And they're growing every day, and they want you to be a part of their growth, so you can also grow with them and you can also have a good future with them. So moving back to Madha, tell us that in the last thing I would like to ask you that what is the future of DGS you see, and what is the future you see along with DGS, where you see yourself after, say 5-10 years or 5 years, I guess.
I don't.
Let's not go to 10 years. 5 years.
Actually, we have people who have been working in DGS for more than 10 years as well.
Right.
And I don't see myself moving anywhere out of DGS as long as, I'm completing my education because I have to still go through the master.
Progressing as
Yeah.
head of some departments. Maybe in future we see Madha as head of some department. DGS. So yes, the chances of growth are always there.
Yes,
Right,
there
Madha?
definitely are. So you never know, I could be a manager one day.
Yeah, maybe inshallah. You should be saying inshallah. Because the key, I think Madha, you should be telling people what the key to success is actually hard work and your perseverance.
That's
That you
right.
should, if you are joining DGS and you are expecting that the very next day you will be given all the perks and privileges and everything, that doesn't happen. I can see your face. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah,
So-
it does take time, obviously,
Hmm.
and once you go up the ladder, I don't think there's ever coming back. You always grow, and being a part of DGS, I'm sure it's going to help you groom not only your personality, it's going to help you basically groom in terms of your career as well.
Right. So patience is the key, perseverance is the key.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Madha, for being with us. And we are calling people from DGS every week in our show, so we can show you that these are the people from Pakistan, and they are a part of DGS. And DGS is here since past 8 years. They are part of DGS. They are working. They are growing. And they are earning very well. They are supporting themselves, their families, their education, everything. DGS Digital Globe Service, the number is 04211 DGS. DGS, it's an online acquisition company, and they are growing with 500 call center agents currently working. And Madha was today with us. Inshallah, I hope next week somebody else from their company DGS will be here, so you can see yourself that what type of people, how brilliant and hardworking and educated people are working with DGS. Inshallah, we'll be seeing you next week in the same show, 8:30 till 9 p.m. on Friday. Till then, take very good care of yourselves. And it's me, Barida Faisal Khan, signing out right now. Allah Hafiz.